Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Foodie Buddies Life in Goa. Today's video is going to be on a very simple topic, and today we are going to show you how to eat a cashew fruit. Retake. Today we are going to show you how to eat a cashew fruit. For a lot of you it might seem very simple, because what can be so difficult in eating a cashew fruit, but to be honest it's not so easy. All of the Goans who have seen a cashew fruit will know exactly how to eat it. Probably they were told by their uncle or dad or their relatives or friends. And I've grown up in Goa, so even I was told by someone how to eat it the right way. So the first step will be to pick a cashew fruit, and for that let me directly show you the cashew fruit on the cashew tree just behind me. So there are two ways in picking the right fruit. First way is to directly pick a fruit that has fallen in the ground, like this one. But sometimes there are insects and ants on them, so you never know if it is good to eat or not. And sometimes you do not know how old the fruit is and how long it has been on the floor. So probably if it is more than 5-6 hours, uh, then the fruit starts to ferment. And that is actually one of the reasons why you will mostly never see these kinds of fruits being sold in the markets, because they have a very short shelf life. After 6 hours they start fermenting, but after about 3 days it ferments to the maximum limit, and after that it is totally inedible. So that is why usually you will not find these fruits in the market, and the only way to find a particular fruit like this will be to go to the nearest jungle or to a cashew farm and pick it yourself directly. But one way is to pick it from the ground, and the next way is to pick it straight from the tree. But you have to be very careful, because you cannot pick all the fruits that you see on a particular tree. The right way to choose whether the fruit is ripe or not is going to be a simple technique, and I like to call it the flick technique. You don't even have to flick, you just have to touch it. When you touch it, if the fruit falls, that means it is ripe, and if it doesn't fall, it means it is not ripe yet, and you have to come back the next day. But let me show you how it works. Let me do this. There it is. So you can be very sure that this fruit is very ripe and good to eat. So before I actually show you the right way to eat this particular fruit, let me actually show you an unripe cashew fruit and how it looks on the tree. And let me also tell you why it is going to be a very bad decision to actually pick an unripe fruit and eat it. This is an unripe fruit. You can see it's still green. In few days it would have turned yellow. So probably it still needs to be on the tree for 2-3 more days, but I already plucked it. But what happens if you actually pluck and eat an unripe fruit? Actually, the fruit has this particular chemical inside, which is an astringent. Now, what does this chemical actually do? It makes your mouth go super dry, and there is a bit of a numbness that you will feel inside your particular mouth. So as soon as you bite into it, your mouth goes so dry, there won't be any saliva inside, and literally your voice will be gone. So you can see you will be in mute, or you might start sounding like Marlon Brando from The Godfather, and then you will be talking to your friends like, "Hello, how are you? What's up?" And then you will not be able to say anything at all, because your voice goes and it becomes very dry. So I've had far too many experiences. It's not like I've never eaten a raw cashew fruit. I have actually eaten a raw fruit quite many times, and probably only because I was young, or probably because I just couldn't find too many ripe fruits, and that is why I ate an unripe fruit. And I want to show you what happens if I actually eat this one, and let's see if my voice turns into Marlon Brando's voice. Hello. Can you hear me? Oh my god, the sheer dryness in my mouth that I can feel all along my teeth and the lips and the gums, super dry. I need a sip of water right now. मिल गया था. Ah, actually, the particular astringent chemical is formed in the fruit to stop people from plucking an unripe fruit, because it's like a defense mechanism of this particular tree. The tree wants the fruit to become very ripe, and it wants the fruit to fall naturally, so that later on the seed can detach itself from the fruit, fall on the ground, and then there will be a new tree. So it's an evolution that has created this particular astringent chemical inside this particular fruit. But it's not just about the astringent chemical found inside the fruit. There is also another type of chemical that is actually found in the branches and the leaves of the cashew fruit, and you will actually see that the chemicals actually pass through the branches till the very end of the twig, and then that chemical fills up into the top of the fruit and the bottom part of the fruit, and slowly it flows into the nut, and the nut is also full of chemical, and the chemical can be called anacardic acid. Also, there are particular oils called urushiol oil that is found in this particular nut. So there is a very different way to actually eat the particular nut, and that I will show you a little later how you can do it. Actually, I can feel the oil on it right now because of the way I plucked it out of the fruit, but let me keep it in my pocket. So I don't know if you guys noticed how I ate the unripe fruit, but let me show you the fruit again, and then I'll show you how to eat a ripe fruit. Do you see the fruit? And do you now understand why I did not eat the top part and the bottom part? Because the top and bottom is full of that anacardic acid. So the only part that you can actually eat is the middle portion. And now let me show you again with the ripe fruit. Finally, the ripe cashew fruit that I had just plucked few minutes ago. So as you know, you cannot eat the top nor the bottom. You can only eat the middle section, but there is another catch. You cannot eat its skin. Now, how do you eat the fruit if you can't eat its skin? That is when you have to, come to step 2. And step 2 here is to become a vampire. So you have to take your teeth, sink it inside the cashew fruit and suck its juice out. And that is what I'm going to show you now. There is also a step 3 involved. You have to bend over because you don't want any of these juices to fall on your clothes, because the marks then will not disappear soon. So if you are having your lucky t-shirt or your favorite t-shirt, then you are gonna regret the juice falling on it. So probably bend over. Each fruit actually has a lot of juice. So as soon as you squeeze the entire fruit, there will be a lot of juice. I would say probably it will fill half a glass, and that particular juice is used to make urak and feni. And you must have seen our last video we made 3 years ago at the same location, where we actually showed you the entire process of how urak and feni is made. And if you haven't watched that video, then I definitely recommend you guys to watch that feni video, because everyone in Goa loves feni. And whenever you visit Goa, I would definitely also suggest you guys try out feni. Now back to my fruit. This is how you eat a cashew fruit. It might look very, what is the word, chaotic, but that is the right way to eat a fruit. But let me tell you, once you eat a cashew fruit, you will not want to stop. That is why you will need backup, and That is why keep many more fruits handy that you can just continue eating. What a lovely taste. Hope you like the video, and please, if you like the video, then definitely comment if you have ever eaten a cashew fruit or if you have ever seen a cashew fruit, and please like and subscribe and wait for more such videos. I'm sweating because we had to climb all the way up a hill, but the cashew fruit juice definitely helps.